Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Christopher Wheeler, and I'm the Chief Data Officer at the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs. Today, I would like to guide you through the valuable housing and development data resources for municipalities that we offer. These resources are instrumental for local government officials, staff, and policymakers who aim to understand and improve their communities. Today, I'd like to show you a preview of what we'll be going through in our presentation today. We'll be looking at the DCA Data Hub, the department's one-stop open data portal, the interactive community asset map, two dashboards that we've developed to understand the local affordable housing stock and the municipal housing profile, some resources we've developed for communities considering pilots or payments in lieu of taxes, the Mod 4 longitudinal database, which gives you an overview of a property history for a particular parcel, the Neighborhood Trends database, which gives you census information at the block group level, the Development Trends Viewer, and the Permit Activity Dashboard, which give you a nice overview of construction activity within your community. Here are some key uses for some of our data products. These products can be used to identify gaps in affordable housing supply and to strategize development projects. They can also help you understand your local housing stock, as well as monitor homelessness and eviction patterns. Our resources also allow for you to plan for use of development incentives for projects and also track housing market and development trends to adjust zoning and policy decisions. Finally, you can use our resources to understand local conditions at the neighborhood level surrounding development sites and also gain insights crucial for developing data-driven housing policies and programs. First resource I would like to show you is our DCA Data Hub. The DCA Data Hub is the one-stop portal for the department's data releases. We've included the URLs here so you can have one-click access to each of our resources. The Data Hub contains for each data set a description, topic, data format, years available, and web links. We update the Data Hub on a frequent basis every 6 months. And also there's a downloadable Excel version of the Data Hub available on our website as well. So this is your first one-stop portal. If you're looking for any of our data resources, you can find it by typing in the name of the resource in the search box and then clicking your selection in the page that appears below. Another very important resource is our interactive community asset map. This is a robust mapping tool that helps create a better understanding of the characteristics and amenities within each of New Jersey's communities. With the asset map, you have the ability to identify and highlight community assets, such as schools, colleges, libraries, hospitals, parks, transit access, and walkability. There's also a one-click access to the municipality's zoning map that you can obtain from the map. You can also see special state and federal development incentive areas, such as opportunity zones and difficult development areas and other areas as well. You can gather information on large recent development projects through our large permits layer, which shows you development projects valued at over $500,000 on the map. You can also find parcel-specific information, such as vacant parcels, property values, and ownership to pitch specific properties to investors. And you can use the map to highlight local redevelopment areas through our areas in need of redevelopment layer. You can find the map at www.nj.gov/DCA/community asset map. Another very important resource is our affordable housing dashboard. This is an interactive data visualization tool that illustrates Mount Laurel Affordable Housing Unit and trust fund information entered in the Affordable Housing Monitoring System by New Jersey municipalities. This resource makes housing unit information and trust fund information for New Jersey municipalities accessible in a flexible, easy-to-use format. It presents data for all municipalities on rent levels, low and moderate income households, low and moderate income cost burdens, affordable housing units, and HUD subsidized units. And the data is also available in a tabular format in a companion Excel database. On the right, you can see some screenshots from the dashboard. It allows you to select your community and pull up all of the projects and units that you entered into the system. And it gives you a series of charts that gives you a breakdown of the units by income level, restriction type, bedroom type, tenure, and structure type. You also have the ability to filter for entire counties or for specific projects and obtain detailed information at those levels. We also have a supply and demand tab that enables you to see the number of HUD subsidized units in your community and the number of affordable units by type. You can use this to find how many housing choice vouchers you have in your community, how many public housing units, and also how many project-based Section 8 units as well as to determine the percentage of low and moderate income households that are cost burdened and very cost burdened. The next resource is our Municipal Housing Profile Dashboard. This dashboard provides detailed data on housing conditions, costs, production, needs, homelessness, evictions, and households. Similar to the other dashboard, users can select a municipality and generate a custom summary of key data points for their selection. Users can also filter by municipality, county, housing region, legislative district, zip code city, or year, depending on the tab. So you can select your community and see an overview of their housing stock in terms of the housing structures, the new construction housing permit units that happened in the previous year, 2024, housing units by housing age category, and also housing units by number of bedrooms. Our evictions tab allows you to see the number of eviction filings and warrants of removal at the zip code level and at the city level for 2022, 2023, and 2024. The next resource is our pilot database viewer. This is an Excel-based database and data visualization tool that summarizes payments in lieu of taxes as reported by municipalities in their user-friendly budgets. You can select your municipality and see the total number of pilots, your pilot billing, pilot assessed value, and the total taxes if the assessed value was taxed at the prior year rate. We also calculate the pilot's value as a percentage of the total assessed value and the municipal subsidy for each project as calculated, also as a percentage of your budget appropriation. It also gives you a summary of comparable communities, neighboring towns, similar towns in characteristics as far as central cities or suburbs, depending on what you are, and also your region, county, and state averages. You can also see individual towns that neighbor you and see what their pilot profile looks at as well. You can see that in a tabular format and also in a series of bar graphs below. The next resource is our pilot financial agreement forecast. This is an interactive Excel-based pilot forecasting model that gauges the fiscal impact of proposed pilot agreements. You can enter in the information from your proposed project and generate an estimate as to the net cost impact to the municipality, and also develop a calculation of the internal rate of return for the developer and can be used in negotiations. This tool allows you to put in the assumptions specific to a particular project to understand the true fiscal impact on your community before going into a formal agreement with the developer. This next resource was developed by Rutgers University's New Jersey Agricultural Research Station and the Blaustein Local Government Research Center with funding from the Department of Community Affairs. This offers a historical database of parcel level tax records back to 1988. This is a useful resource if you're interested in looking at the history of a property, how it has been used in the past. You can also find detailed information, block and lot, value, building description, property class, property use, and year constructed for each of these years back to 1988. A good resource for getting a property history on a particular parcel. Our next resource is the Neighborhood Trends Database. This is a comprehensive database of various demographic, housing, economic, and employment indicators from the U.S. Census Bureau and HUD data releases. Data are available at the block group, census tract, and municipality level for 2000 and 2023. It contains information on race and ethnicity, age, language, and disability, excuse me, educational attainment, housing, economic indicators, walkability, health insurance, unemployment, and jobs. So this is a good one-stop shop for collecting census and other federal data at the municipality, census tract, and block group levels within a single spreadsheet. Our next resource is the Development Trends Viewer. This is an interactive visualization tool that summarizes building permit and demolition activity data for every municipality from 2004 through 2023. You can examine construction and demolition activity in comparison to regional and statewide norms through interactive tables and graphs. This can be an excellent resource for understanding the history of development in your community and what kind of development has occurred within recent years. Excuse me. Our next resource is the Permit Activity Dashboard. This is an interactive data visualization tool that summarizes raw permit information that has been submitted to the Department of Community Affairs by municipalities since 2020. This includes information on permits issued, demolitions, construction costs, and the number of rental and for sale units created for municipalities submitting data to the department. You can view activity through a series of bar, graphs, and pie charts showing you what kind of development has happened within your community, what the construction cost of that is, and how many rental and sale units were gained as a result. That concludes our presentation today. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at christopher.wheeler@dca.nj.gov. It's been my pleasure to share with you this presentation on our data resources, and we hope that you are able to make good use of it to improve your communities. Thank you.